Welcome to Siboga TV, which is your number one online political channel. And today I want to have a candid discussion why I believe that President William Samoei Arap Ruto will win 2027 presidential election. Having said that, President William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to be a one-term president earlier on my videos, but there's various things that are happening in this nation which are making me to believe that William Samoei Arap Ruto is having a chance to win 2027 presidential election. So I am going to break to you about 4 factors, and those 4 factors, if the side of opposition will not be very keen, then it is going to make them to lose presidency to William Samoei Arap Ruto. Because by now, many people believe that President William Samoei Arap Ruto is going to be a one-term president. But there are several factors which might aid President William Samoei Arap Ruto to win late come 2027. And those are the factors that I want to break to you one by one. But before we dive in and try to look at those factors that may lead President William Samoei Ruto winning 2027 presidential election, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button, because by smashing the bell button, you give YouTube a leeway or permission so that you can get notified whenever we upload any political content into YouTube. Now, let us go back to the discussion about those factors. If the side of opposition is not going to be keen, will make William Samoei Arap Ruto to win late come 2027 presidential election. Factor number 1 is about the shares sentiments, which actually has been made now and again by Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua has been on various political platforms, and he has said that whenever there is politicians coming together to make a government, then they must always consider shares. And when I'm talking about shares, it's about the number of votes each political leaders will bring on the table. For example, Rigi believes that being the kingpin of Mount Kenya, he will bring to the table about 4 million votes. And he believes that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, to come on that table, he must bring around 2 to 2.5 million votes. And recently, he's told the people of Gusii that if they want to come to the table, to the national table, so that they can negotiate on how to make the government, let come 2027, then they must vote together and they must support Fred Okengo Matiang'i, and they must come to that table with around 2 to 2.5 million votes from the Gusii region. And because of those sheer factors, which Matiang'i believes, those sheer factors are making some leaders to be suspicious of other leaders. For example, if it is about shares, then the person who is going to carry presidency from the side of opposition is Rigathi Gachagua, because he is the one who has come with more shares. And you will find that people like Fred Okego Matiang'i will not have a chance, even if they know that Matiang'i is the most liked political leaders currently. So with the sheer factor, that will make Kenyans actually to vote for William Samoei Arap Ruto. So the side of opposition, they must be very careful on their utterances. They must know that they must form a group and they must get the presidential candidate who they believe strongly is going to give President William Samoei Ruto a big challenge, and who is going to unseat him from power, let come 2027. So because of that sheer factor, you will find even the side of opposition might split, one side moving to the other side and another side being on the another side. And if the opposition will actually divide, then William Samoei Ruto will win 2027 presidential election. Factor number 2, someone running for presidency from Mount Kenya. If 2027, the side of opposition will make a mistake to produce the presidential candidate from Mount Kenya, then it is going to be very easy for William Samoei Arap Ruto to convince other Kenyans that they should vote together, because the people of Mount Kenya, they feel as if they have the privilege to produce the president for this nation now and again. Because if you can remember, Mount Kenya has produced 3 presidents since independence, and the Kenyans are not ready to receive another president from Mount Kenya. And that is why, even if Mount Kenya has the numbers, it should actually support somebody else for presidency. But if the mistake will happen and then we will find Rigiji on the ballot, it means now the game is over. Many people will go behind William Samoei Arap Ruto and they will vote for him. So the side of opposition must make sure that this time the person who is going to run for presidency must not come from Mount Kenya. But if that happens, then I tell you for sure that President William Samoei Arap Ruto will win for his second re-election. Another factor is about Raila Odinga's support for William Samoei Arap Ruto. If Raila Amolo Odinga is going to support William Samoei Arap Ruto, let come 2027, then it's going to be very easy for President William Samoei Arap Ruto to win, because by Raila supporting President William Samoei Ruto, it means now the people of Nyanza and Luo Nyanza in particular, they will vote for President William Samoei Ruto, and people from part of the Western province, they are also likely to vote for William Samoei Ruto. And also, part of the people from the coast, they will support William Samoei Arap Ruto. So, the support of Raila Amolo Odinga should never be taken for granted, because Raila Amolo Odinga as royal supporters. And because Raila Amolo Odinga doesn't have just followers, but as die-hard supporters, those die-hard supporters, if they will be given at election by Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, that let us now vote in President William Samoei Arap Ruto, there is a very high likely that President William Samoei Arap Ruto will win his second re-election. So that is the third factor. And the fourth factor is lack of strategies and one voice from opposition. If you look at the opposition, the so-called Wamnyoro group, you will find that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka wants to be the president of this republic. Fred Okengo Matiang'i also wants to be the president of this republic. Rigathi Gachagua also wants to stamp at presidency. Martha Karua also wish for the same. And because also we have contradicting information from the Wamnyoro group, because you hear Rigathi Gachagua talking about shares, that definitely will disorganize the side of what? Of opposition. And because they will lack that one voice, then William Samoei Arap Ruto will actually win 2027 presidential election. So, from the side of opposition, they must make sure that they have a strategy to remove President William Samoei Ruto. They must speak with one voice, and they must have the best candidate who will unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. And from my side, the best candidate that the Wamnyoro group can have who can unseat President William Samoei Ruto is not other than Fred Okengo Matiang'i. I really don't know what's your take about this topic, about those factors, those four factors. Do you also have a belief that those four factors, if the side of opposition is not going to look at them, they are going to make it so easy for President William Samoei Arap Ruto to win his re-election late come 2027? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends, and if they are lovers of politics, then request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you, because you are always behind our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.